Today we're going to be making what we like to call scrap soup, which is we're going to use this big bag of frozen vegetable scraps, which I'll show you the inside of in just a couple of minutes. They're just peels and ends and things that you usually don't eat, but you cut off and throw away. Instead of throwing them away, we put them in this big silicone bag in the freezer, and we use them for a broth. Going to probably add a couple of cans of chopped chilies, some canned tomatoes, meatballs this time. You can use any meat you want. You can use chicken, leftover chicken, chicken bones, whatever you have. I'm going to add some corn, some peas, some carrots that we had in the fridge, so first we're going to add in all our vegetable scraps from our bag here. All kinds of stuff in here. Got zucchini ends, broccoli bottoms, onion peels, cauliflower leaves, just, the inside and ends of peppers, red onions, things that you're not going to be using unless you make this kind of soup, in which case you'd just be throwing it away, or hopefully composting it. But instead of doing all that, we're going to make it into a broth. So I added water to the pot. I'm going to cover it with a lid and let it simmer till all the flavors marry. When your vegetables are cooked down most of the way is when you go ahead and generously season. Remember, you're making a big batch of soup, so use a lot of seasoning. That was seasonal, and we use garlic. Just use what you like. Something with some salt in it. Maybe some black pepper. Mix it in thoroughly so the seasoning gets throughout, and then let it simmer some more. We are almost there. Taste as you go until the broth gets to the seasoning level that you like. The next step is to drain all your vegetables into a strainer so you have just broth. I have a colander in here and a bowl. I'm just going to pour all of this in here so we don't lose all of the broth. There'll be some that stays in the pot, but a lot of it's going to go with the vegetables. We're just going to let that drain for a little bit, and then we'll finish putting everything else in our soup and let it heat a little bit more. Let vegetables that we re-add heat through. Now we're going to add the rest of our remaining ingredients. We have our meatballs. If you're adding chicken instead of meatballs or any other meat, you can go ahead and add it now. Canned tomatoes. I leave the broth in mine, in the tomatoes, because it's a good flavored broth. I have some white corn here, which I drained because the water in things like corn and beans and stuff is usually just water. And same with the peas. Just add whatever vegetables you like. These are fresh carrots that we had in the fridge. And just for a little seasoning, extra taste, I'm adding some cans of green chilies. let this simmer. Oh Lord, I don't know about you, but I've never been able to make just a little bit of soup. We're going to be eating soup for a while. May have to end up freezing some of that. Just let it simmer on the stove for a while until everything's warmed through and the carrots are cooked. Now that's good stuff.